We're not stepping on your toes, Marty. We just got the mandate. We got to compare notes with what you got.
Yeah.
Here, you want detective?
No. Thanks, Kathleen.
You got it.
Xerox all you want. Make you feel like good cops.
Part of the reason for the pace of the investigation up till now is that this is how real police cases work. They last for weeks, and then they last for years.
When we see Cohle and Hart's mourning process in context of their investigation, it's to show both the passage of time, that this case is not just, going from the red in 4 or 5 days, that it's also taking place while they're living.
Seeing things is something a detective is supposed to do, obviously, and scrutinizing detail. Every episode is going to have revelations, and things will move forward. But I want our revelations to be matched by the revelations we observe in character.
Kind of strange. Like you might be dangerous.
Of course I'm dangerous. I'm police. I can do terrible things to people with impunity.
So we learn about Cole's history. You get a fairly full accounting and where he came from that on the surface might not explain but illuminate some of his more misanthropic tendencies.
Your mom's still alive?
Maybe.
And we learn a lot about Marty's other life.
When he's forced to be the family man, I think he's internally suffering.
I come home to one place where there's supposed to be peace and calm, and you throw this
Who
shit.
told you that? It's not always that way. It's not supposed to be.
It's supposed to be what I want.
You get a sense of what he thinks a family is supposed to serve and the sense it's supposed to serve him.
Hart has an environment which provides him boundaries and rules. Cohle has really no restrictions on his life.
By pulling himself away from society, Cohle has a much more clear sense of his place in the world and what he doesn't want to do.
And yet he adheres to a very strict code. He believes his redemption lies in countering the world and not averting his eyes. And I think the reasons they're at odds are more nuanced than what we've seen before. It's giving you a familiar trope. 2 cops don't exactly get along, fairly new partners, working a big case. But the reasons they don't get along, I think, are very particular to these particular individuals. This is the way these men process the world and deal with things.
Maybe we got started on the wrong foot there.
McConaughey did a lot of work beforehand. He had a ton of ideas. And so what you imagine in your head with a written character and then when someone embodies it and owns it is always going to be slightly different. But I had complete faith that whatever he was doing was true to the character.
I mean, I could always tell what was real or what wasn't, So when I'd see things, I just roll with it.
The mirror came about through McConaughey. He said there's this mirror, and the mirror is looking in one eye, and it forces you to stare at yourself without the hole, but just the eyes. And that little mirror is just an odd, uncanny detail that people can choose to note, or you just can go right by it. The way Woody approaches projects, there's a sense of exploration that allow for a little bit of humor, which is one of the things he really wanted to add to his role and to the general show.
You ruined me. Now I can't do without it.
We're left at the end investigatively with the idea that there are signs literally littering the landscape that bear the mark of the man they're looking for.